Hey guys, welcome to another video. Doing our third or fourth, iteration of Zendikar Rising Draft, and I've enjoyed the format so far. It kind of seems like every deck is a party deck in some way because the creature types are just so prevalent, and there's just enough payoffs that even if you're not trying to be like, let's get all the creature types, you usually end up with something. So it's kind of a cool takeaway from the format. Yeah, so let's get into it. As we get into the draft Roni here, we still get our lands. If you enjoy my content and want to see more, leave a like, comment, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and get notified whenever I upload a new video. Okay, so Glasspool Mimic is our rare here. I believe we don't need any of those, and we already have, we already have a playset, and it's not really that fantastic, especially when compared to Journey to Oblivion, Soaring Thought Thief, and that's about it in this pack. I think I'm going to go ahead and just take Journey to Oblivion. If you want a rare draft here and take the Glasspool Mimic, I do not fault you for it. Go ahead. I don't know how this card is yet. It's a wizard, which could be good. Yeah, but I definitely think that if you either take Journey to Oblivion or Soaring Thought Thief here, you're doing just fine. Okay, so we can follow that up with Gomafada Vanguard, which is a pretty powerful card, or we could follow up with Deadly Alliance. Ooh. Yeah, you know what? I think that, like, if I look at a 2/2 versus a pretty good removal spell, and then kind of, even though black-white's not the best color combination, I think if we take this here, we'll end up with either one in our deck, and be really happy. I mean, Into the Royal might be something to consider. I think the only card that I'm looking at otherwise is Gomafada Vanguard, and I think Deadly Alliance is just better. So it's odd to take two kind of expensive removal spells in the first few picks here. But yeah. Ooh, okay, so we have Core Celebrant here, which is actually pretty crucial to the Cleric decks, which is the colors that are the creature type that are or creature type synergies that these colors are concerned with. So this is what we were missing last time. I'm going to try taking this. Again, I'm not committed yet. I could just, take it and ditch the black, or ditch both of them. All together. Alright, so here I kind of like the Minotaur. It's kind of the best card in the pack. I don't think the Snake is doing anything. Vice-versa. Target creature you control deals damage. I think I just want the Minotaur here. It just seems like the best card. This card's bad. All these are pretty bad. Like Field Research, just Divination. So yeah, I'm taking the Minotaur here, consider it. And we'll see what else we can get. Okay, the Prowling Felidar seems like the best card here. And it definitely seems like white's open. There are a few decent ones like Makindiox and Mesa Lynx that are decent playables. Maybe not the Mesa Lynx. Mesa Lynx is pretty bad. But yeah, I'm going to take the Prowling Felidar here. Now, it is not any of the creature types here, but that's okay. Okay, so here's a tough pick. We have a Maria Captain, which we know as a pretty good payoff for being in a party, or having lots of parties, but we also have Skyclave Cleric, which is a pretty decent playable. I think I'm going to go with the Captain here, just because, again, right now, I'm not sure how much I want to commit to playing Clerics, but I definitely feel like white is our jam right now, and we'll see what else we can end up in. Alright, so here's the Raptor, but there's also this Blade Master here, which I'm into. Equipped Warriors of Double Strike, so like that could work with the Ameri Angel. That also just works with Clerics, and it's got Double Strike. That seems pretty good. So I'm going to nab that up here. I think that's better than the Raptor. Okay, so here we have Allied Assaults, which I'm told is pretty good. I'm not sure how well to evaluate it yet, but I definitely think that it is a white card that has to do with party. So that seems like what we're going to pick here. Otherwise, this is a pretty late Kazandu Stomper, so might look to end up in green, but I don't think that's going to go well with our hardy stuff because they don't have a lot of creature types that have to do with party. I think I'm going to take a Resolute Strike here. If we end up with some equipments, it might actually be good with the Core Blade Master and with the Ameria Captain. So I'm going to nab it here. I want to actually keep it in here just in case, but I'm not looking to play it. So I don't think I want to take Disenchant here. Bayin Veil. Bayin? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'm going to nab the Hellion here just because I think that's the most likely card that we would play, again because we have the Shadow Skull Warrior back there. Otherwise, not really interested in any of this. Mind Drain doesn't seem great, but neither does the Kite Sail. I'm going to nab this here. Or is this a Rogue? Actually, I'm going to grab the Tajuru Blade because it is another creature type. Alright, I'm going to grab this. I'm not too happy with how things are turning out. We have some decent, cards, but not really stuff that is cohesive. Right? So, like, Corsair Brent is great if we're in Clerics. Prowling Felidar is great if we are good at enabling it. And then, we got some good removal spells, but nothing to stand out here. Meow. I'm actually gonna put this in the side for now because I don't want to play it, and I know that I don't want to play it. So I'm gonna try and not. Alright, so here we have Master of Winds, which again is not something we're gonna be taking here. Thwart the Grave. Return target creature card and up to one of any of the party types in the graveyard to the battlefield. So that's pretty good. Otherwise, we have a rogue here. I guess this is a warrior that we can play with this guy, but I'm not into that. Could just take Royal Eruption because it's a removal spell, and we can try and move into red because we got some good red cards here. You know what? I think I'm into that. I think I would rather have Royal Eruption and Minotaur in my deck than just Thwart the Grave, like if I'm thinking about that. So even though Thwart the Grave is a really powerful card, I'm going to try and pick up... What? That's like, exactly, that's awesome. So you can take this, even though like this is probably better, but I think this is a rare that is going to help us be red-white, so I'm going to move the Hellion in here, the Scatter Shoal, and take out this Deadly Lines. And I think we're going to try and be red-white, or Boros, however you want to call it. There's another Thwart the Grave, though, honestly, which is really awkward, but I'm going to take this mostly because it's rare, but also the fact that we're kind of moving into those colors. I could take this, but I gotta take the Journey to Oblivion. Actually, I think I might already have 4 of those. I think I have already 4 of those. I'm gonna take the Journey to Oblivion. Captain is also pretty good. I might consider taking that. Nah, I'm just gonna go with Journey to Oblivion. Alright, let's get some creatures up in here. Okay, the Pack Beast is actually exactly what this deck wants because it's a warrior, but it also has other types. That card is not great, so yeah. Let's just go with the Pack Beast. Alright. So, unfortunate that there's a Deadly Lines and a McKinney Blood Priest. Should all be pretty good. But I think I'm going to take the Kabir Outrider. I've been really impressed with this card. It's a warrior, and it has some other party synergies here. So, I don't like the Hellhound here, and Sizzling Barrage is fine, but I think Outrider is just better. So kind of a cool kind of thing going on here. The only thing that we kind of need is like a good equipment. So we saw like Utility Knife and maybe like a Kite Sail would be better. So I think instead of taking the Tajuru, I would have rather taken the Kite Sail equipment, because I think that those were both in the pack when we had that. But that's alright. Alright, so we have Kabira Takedown, which is pretty good. We also have another Kabira Outrider. I think I'm down for the Kabira Takedown, just to try it out, and also, again, it's a spell land. Those have been pretty useful from what I have seen. Okay, Clerics isn't really what we want, and the Sentinel isn't great. So yeah, I'm gonna take a Kabira Takedown. And, sorry, Kabira Outrider. Although I don't think we want too many Kabira Outriders, because if you start taking too many warriors, then the Outriders start becoming less good. Okay, Scavenger Blade is kind of exactly what we want. I don't think we want this just yet. I think Scavenger Blade is perfect. Exactly what the doctor ordered. Practice tactics, meh. Because there were twice the number of creatures, whereas this is like 1 mana more, and it's kind of always going to be like this. We need 2 party, and actually, if we have no party, then it's bad. Whereas this can actually do something always. So I'm gonna nab that, even though it might not be the best thing in the world. Okay, there's a Resolute Strike, but I don't really want it. But I'm gonna take it anyways, and not play it because there's no other playables in the pack. Okay, there's a Utility Knife. I'm kind of liking that. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Utility Knife here. It's 1 mana. All the Resolute Strikes. I'm gonna take this actually because I don't know, ruin somebody's day. All right, I'm actually gonna take this Sneaking Rogue here, or Sneaking Guide. It's a rogue, and it can make some stuff unblockable, right? Like it can definitely do things. All right, I'm gonna take the Acomb Hellhound here over the Sizzling Barrage, but I don't think that's gonna be that good. Felidar Retreat. That seems like a great rare for us to pick up here. Like, it's better than every single card in the pack, and it's in our colors, and it's gonna win us some games. That seems really good in this deck. Those creatures gain Vigilance. Holy moly. I did not know that it gave them Vigilance as well. That's crazy. Alright, so we got Scorched Rider here, which I'm liking. I don't think I want this fort. Molten Blast seems pretty bad. And I don't think there's really a lot of life gain stuff going on besides this Core Cleric, which I might not even end up playing. So I could take this Warrior, but I think I'm going to take the Scorched Rider, because it's a better body. Alright. This is a Lizard, it's a 3/4, or I could take a 2/2 Flying. I think that's going to be better than the Core Celebrant. I'm not sure if I want to run this Core Celebrant right now, because it's not going to give me a lot of life. It's not going to give me a lot of value, because really the only Cleric that we have is like Pack Beast, or something like that. Okay, Nahiri's Binding is insane. Fissure Wizard is also really nice. Like, I really want to play with this card just because I think the design of the card is simplistic but really good, right? 2/1 loots, sorry, rummages when it enters, but also 2 relevant creature types. I think is fantastic. Yeah, I just think that's so awesome, and you know, there's a little bit of flavor in Fissure Wizard. Alright, I'm just gonna take this. So yeah, I would be taking the McKinley the Fissure Wizard if it was not for that. Ooh. So actually, we've seen that Farsight Adept is a good wizard for decks that don't have a lot of access to wizards, and right now we don't really have a ton of wizards. We have the Pack Beast, I believe that's it. Yep. Awesome. And I think it's better than the Pack Beast, and we also have been in need of 3-drops. We have another Scavenger Blade. Let me cut this Core Celebrant. I'm going to also move this aside. So we got 24-ish, 23-ish lands right now. I guess this kind of counts as a land. I'm going to count it as a land. So, and how many creatures do we got? Kind of need a few more creatures, even though we have this. I don't know how many creatures you need with these guys. I think I'm going to value the 3/3 body over it. Yeah. Over the equipment there. Okay. So, Pressure Point's not what we want. Neither is any of really these. I think the only other card we might take is like Inordinate Rage to work with the Blade Master and maybe some of our dudes. So I'm going to take the Inordinate Rage, but I think I'm probably not playing it. Okay, and, you know, kind of last few picks here that are gonna matter. We'll take the Cell Sword, because it is a warrior. Yet I'm not positive on wanting to play it. But so far I'm really liking how this looks. I think I'm gonna cut probably the Hellhound. That's like the first card I might cut. Or maybe this Tazim Raptor. Otherwise, I'm liking these cards. Maybe also this Hellion, because it's not really doing much. The Felidar the Prowling Felidar is much better of a card. So I'm fine keeping that in. I don't like any of these cards. I don't like none of these cards are really relevant. I'm gonna take this Fancy Negate. It's a cool art. Alright, Bolt and Bless is actually a card I would play. Okay. Fissure Wizard came back. It was meant to be. It was meant to be, guys. Oh, that feels great. Alright. So, let me put in this guy and put in this. And, alright. So, I think I'm fine with Resolute Strike. I don't think I actually want to end up running this Inordinate Rage, because I already have 2 Resolute Strikes, and it's kind of the same thing. Alright, I'm going to look at this. I think I am going to cut the Hellion, and just set these guys as my top end. I think I'm also cutting the Tazim Raptor, and I think I actually want to cut this Molten Blast, just because it's kind of not relevant. No, I didn't cut it. Alright. And I cut all those things. Alright, so we have 17 lands normally, but there is also this Kabira takedown. So I have some choices to make. I think with Felidar Retreat, I want to have 17 lands plus this, so I'm going to cut a card from the deck. I'm not going to cut a land, even though I have this Kabira takedown that could technically qualify as one. So it just comes down to which of these cards do we cut. Probably this Cliffhaven Sellsword. It seems like the worst card, but I'm worried about our spells to creature ratio. Maybe I take out this Resolute Strike. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take out this Resolute Strike. I think the Utility Knife and the Scavenger Blade are good enough with the Blade Master that I want to keep the equipments in, as well as the rest. I have enough warriors that these Resolute Strikes actually might do something. So, yeah, I think the only card that I'm not really sure on what I should do with is the Acome Hellhound. Like, I could maybe I cut the Hellhound and put the creature back in. Yeah. Let's put the Tazim Raptor back in, so that I have those, yeah. Alright. This sneaking guide is kind of awkward as well, because maybe I shouldn't have this Tazim Raptor, and put like a cat in instead. Even though, like, I'd rather have the party. No, I think with enough party stuff, it works with the Emiria Captain, and helping these be cheaper. So I think even if I have trouble playing it on turn 1, it's fine. Like, that's what I'm worried about is this card, as well as like some of my early drops here are, kind of bad. But I think the only double white card we have is Nahiri's Binding, which means that I don't have to worry too much about colors. So, anyways, that's going to do it for the drafting and deck construction part. We're going to get into the games here. And I think we ended up with a pretty decent deck. I'm happy with how things turned out. I think it's definitely different than some of the decks we drafted before. So we'll see how well it does. Alright, so this hand looks pretty awesome. Again, there's nothing to write home about, but we have spells. We have 2 good creatures to cast, a removal spell, and a combat trick. So I have nothing to complain about. I think this hand is a-okay. Non-bow here because we have 2 wizards. This you may... Okay, I was gonna say, I don't really want to discard any of these cards, so that'll be nice to not have to do that. Ooh, I actually want to Royal Eruption this. Is that weird? No, actually, I don't think so. I think I'm gonna play this and actually root away a land. Drawing a few too many mountains here, but that's okay. I think if they attack, I'll block here. Say expend a spell. They could have used that. Let's kill this. It's kind of weird. I guess they wouldn't have had a land. Maybe. Maybe it's the only land in their hand. Alright, so I guess I can actually help them here. Alright, I'm gonna play this. Ooh, we drew our dual land. It's kind of cool. So we're kind of helping out our opponent here. I'm glad I discarded that land because now we're drawing stone cold lands. Interesting, they're ramping. Opponent is ramping up here. Alright, I'm just gonna play the Mary Captain. So we get a 3/3 Flying Vigilance. Sorry, because it counts itself, remember that. And Aerial Assault, or sorry, Allied Assault here is likely to do some big damage. Scythe Cat, okay. What does our opponent play here? Do they play anything else? No? Okay. So I think I'm gonna Royal Eruption this, just because I don't want to deal with, you know, them giving it reach or something. I just don't want to mess around with anything. I'm gonna play this as a plains or a white source. Go attacking and play this Farsight Adept. Now again, this is drawing our opponent's cards, but it's also drawing us cards. It just drew us a cleric or a rogue, so that's really nice. Allied Assault here looking really good. It's going to be 3 mana +6/+6 essentially, because we're going to target 2 creatures. Okay, what's our opponent got here? Okay, they have a 4/4 with reach that I'm not going to block. Is that all you have? It's like, that's not good. Because we got some pump spells here. Oh. Sure. So I can play this. I can play my whole hand here, right? Oh no, I can't play the whole hand. So I'm actually gonna just swing in here, right? Because then if they block this, then this is plus. This is just lethal, right? This become 12 power, or it becomes 12 damage. Holy moly! Alright, the answer is Allied Assault. Good. Very, very good. Also, Stonework Pack Beast. Also very good. Holy moly. Alright, here for another game, and hand is not great. I guess we have 3 playable cards, and Farsight Adept can theoretically draw some stuff, so I don't think it's a mulligan. It's just not very good. We'll keep it though. Oh, we are on the play, so maybe it's different that we're on the play. Sneaking Guide, not the draw we want. Okay. Yeah, I was about to say that's the 1-2 drop that I really didn't want to see. Let's just play the Adept here. Okay, Rolling Eruption is actually not bad. We can kill the Sellsword. So we're not going to block the Sellsword here because we're going to be trading our 2-drop, or our 3-drop for their 2-drop, which is not really good. Ooh. Interesting, they didn't want to attack, which is really weird. I'm just gonna Royal Eruption the Fledgling. Yeah, you know what, I'll get in there, cause I think I want to initiate the race. And if they want to block here, they can block. Alright. Yeah, we kind of lose a little bit of tempo and value. Yeah, maybe that wasn't the best choice now, think about it. That is scary. Alright, I'm gonna play a Sneaking Guide and Tazim Raptor. And then next turn, I'll probably play Nahiri's Binding and... No, what's anything? And put the Scavenger Blade on the Tazim Raptor, and then put Nahiri's Binding on the Scythe Cat, or whatever is bigger. If they play like a 5-5 or something, put it on that. Sneaking Guide, I'm realizing, really isn't great, because it can't even give itself unblockable, or like, it can't even, yeah. Core Celebrant is kind of a good thing, because we want to see something slow. They have a land. Looks like no, if they're not just playing it and attacking. Yeah, so I'd guess, yeah, so it seems like they don't have a land here. So, yeah, let's definitely do this. This is step 1. And I think we might as well just play the Nahiris. Maybe I'm being too preemptive with this. But I guess they don't have a lot of flyers that they can really play in like white that are going to be bigger, besides like maybe like the cleric or like a something. So yeah, I'm just gonna put this on the side cat. Make good use of my mana. And next turn, if we draw a land or something, we can loot it away with Fissure Wizard. Alright, Expedition Healers. They're getting some life. That's all good. They can attack us for 1, yep. And we'll take that. Alright, so we're gonna discard that to the Fissure Wizard. Draw a card. And now we have something for our Sneaking Guide to target, which is pretty nice. Yes. That's unfortunate. Just discarded a mountain. If we just played the mountain and we drew this next turn. Oh well. So you have 2 creature types per party so far, as you can see on our Shatter Skull Minotaur. no! I wasn't playing around that. Ay, ay, ay. Does it get vigilance? Oh, it has vigilance. Oh my goodness, this is insane. Wow. Well, now I wish I had disenchanted my deck. It's a pretty good rare. It's a pretty good rare you got there. We could always draw like Journey to Oblivion. Well, there is a red source for our Shatter Skull Minotaur, which I'm going to cast, and then we're going to give the Fizzer Wizard unblockable, but it's not really going to do much. Yeah, I really just need to draw one of our two Journey to Oblivions that will cost 2 mana, by the way, which will be really nice. And then we can start attacking in, because on that turn there won't be the Maw attached to anything. And then from that point on, it'll be really taxing for our opponent to do that. Oh, no! Oh man, our opponent's deck is so good. Look at all their cards. Like, they got Fearless Fledging, they got Scythe Cat. Wow. Just wow. We could also draw the this Allied Assault, which would give this, make this a 7/5. Well, that's not what you want to see. Let's just play it. Attack. We're gonna slowly die to this healer. This jacked up healer. It's important to do this to keep your opponent's life total like manageable, otherwise they would be getting up to like 20, 32 life or something like that. So alright, we're in the Journey to Oblivion waiting room. We're just waiting on it. Any moment now. Because the big thing is that trying to attack through it now, like especially with our creatures on the board currently, it's going to be impossible to try and attack past it. We just don't have the capabilities. If we were, you know, a green deck with, you know, like 6/5s and a bunch of stuff, maybe. It doesn't matter, whatever you put that on. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm actually not even going to block that because, I guess, yeah, it just doesn't matter. Actually, it'd be really funny if they messed up here, and like we had like Allied Assault in our hand, and they didn't give this indestructible. That'd be really funny. Well, I think now I actually can't attack with the Fissure Wizard because I want to be able to block. So I'm gonna pass, and yeah, I'm gonna hope I'm not dead. I think I should be blocking this Expedition Healer this turn to give myself more life later on. But boy, are we in a rough spot. I do like, though, that this templating here of putting all the keywords, if you notice, lifelink, flying, and first strike there are highlighted because they're given by the Maul, but they're all in the same place. So if you want to look at the keywords of the card, they're all right there, which I really like. Okay. Yep, play more stuff. We need to top deck it this turn, if not next turn. Preferably this turn, but I think in any case we're still in a really rough spot. We just can't seem to... I don't think we have a way to beat this card. This card's very powerful. Excuse me? They target the Nahiri's Binding? There's a Nahiri's Binding over there that you should target opponent. That you should have targeted originally. Hello? There's a Nahiri's Binding over here that you can target. Can I like click it and be like, hey opponent, you should target that? Why would you target a 3? I guess if it's a creature, but like this gives you a 5/4, potentially a 6/5 that can attack. You know, opponent can do whatever they want here because they're just gonna win the game because they have good cards. But holy moly! If only it was a turn earlier. I don't think I can do anything with this now, right? Because I have nothing that can block the Expedition Healer. If I attack, and they... I guess I can attack with both, and then they block, and I get some stuff back. And then I'm not dead. Well, I guess I don't want to do that, because they just don't block, and then I die. So I'm going to put this, I don't know, here. Don't want to play any of these. I think the answer is no. I don't think I'm playing this land. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I guess they attack me with these, and then I block. But yeah, if they had just put this on the Nahiri Binding that's on the Territorial Scythe Cat, like I would be dead. Did you play Blade Sure? Oh, it's another creature. I didn't realize it was a rogue. Actually, maybe we should have the combat or the core celebrant in our deck. Attack with more stuff. Yep. Thank you. Alright, block here, block here. Actually, if they have allied assault, we're just dead because they allied assault their Expedition Healer. They have Rogue, Cleric. Oh no, they just have Rogue and Cleric. Never mind. That's what I got, opponent. That's all I got. If you can counter that, I will scoop. Actually, even if we do, they just put them all and we draw Journey to Oblivion here, we just lose still because they have Sky Maul to put on stuff. Ooh, I like that animation. Ooh, I like the little four. Do they have that in the art? No, but like when you have the diamond or whatever with the diamond effect, that's so good. All right, well that's just rude. Opponent's at 33 life here. Remember I said earlier, oh, you should try an attack so your opponent's doesn't. All right, we draw lands. Cool. You should keep your opponent's life total at a reasonable amount. All right, opponent's deck there was really good. Skyclave Apparition and Maw of the Skyclaves as well. So I don't think we're ever beating that if they drew those cards. But I think the first part of our deck, our first game with this deck, showed that this deck's pretty aggressive, good at being aggressive, and you know, kind of has those party synergies, just like all the rest of the decks. And again, we didn't really try a whole lot here. Again, we just tried to pick good cards like Oblivion, or Journey to Oblivion, and you know, really that was kind of it. And we just, you know, easily picked good cards. Again, Farsight Adept really being, I think, a decent card that you can pick up easily that gives your deck some draw power as well as access to a wizard in case your color doesn't have a lot of it. And also Stonework, Pack Beast, kind of melding everything together. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoy watching me drafted. Again, the next video will be all games. We'll see how many wins we can get. This is more just to show the drafting and seeing how the deck turned out. Yeah, again, if you enjoy my content and want to see more, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And look out for more videos in the future, and I'll see you guys next time.